Let me guess, you signed up for every free lead magnet and binged on every marketing YouTube video and thought, what am I missing? Why isn't my business exploding like that? Well, I can tell you, you're not alone. Whether you're just getting started or have an established business, entrepreneurship can be really lonely. But it doesn't have to be. Overcoming your fear of launching or building your personal brand or figuring out how to scale, it shouldn't be holding you back. It should be empowering you. On this podcast, we're going to deep dive into the mechanics of what it takes to build your brand, make your mark, and stake your claim in the digital marketing space. I'll be chatting with people from all walks of life and stages in their careers. I will be getting inspiration from real experts who will share their actual strategies and techniques to grow loyal and raving followings and sell more stuff. This is entrepreneurship from people who are already there making it happen. My name is Jeff Mendelson. Join me and welcome to the One Big Tip podcast. Hello, everyone. What is good? My name is Jeff Mendelson, and this is the One Big Tip podcast. Today, I'm speaking with Jason Berkowitz. Jason is the founder of Break the Web, a digital marketing agency based in New York City. He's also a self-described SEO nerd, and Jason's team has done some amazing work in quite a few competitive industries, such as e-commerce, alternative medicine, and travel companies. So I'm sure we're not just going to get one value bomb out of him, but several. So Jason, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey man, thank you for being here. It's wonderful to have you. Can you please take a few minutes to introduce yourself and tell everyone what you're all about? I know you've been in the industry now for a long while. Tell us what you're about and what makes you amazing.
I appreciate that. So I've been in the SEO industry, so to speak, for about 10 years now. I actually had a different business completely. And like most entrepreneurs or founders, I didn't really know how to market myself. So I started Googling online, how do I get people to come to me instead of me having to always put myself out there to come to them. And that's where I came across that acronym SEO, started learning about it, figured, hey, might as well try it. The payoff should be good. And SEO was completely different back then. You were able to get results at the click of a button. And it worked very well for my business. And then my passion kind of shifted a little bit. And I started doing SEO as a freelancer. And long story short, just a natural progression led to the boutique agency that we are now, which is Break the Web.
So, like other entrepreneurs, you didn't just start out in this industry, you sort of grew into it. At what point did you see the light and know that you're not just a freelancer anymore, but a full on digital marketing agency?
Until I fully got clarity on what I wanted, a long time. It took the agency kind of developed more toward the end of 2017, early 2018, because I didn't really know what I wanted. I didn't have clarity as to my personal goals, my professional goals. And for the longest time, I was a freelancer that was acting as an agency. But then I started bringing on people to help delegate tasks and to offload some of my sanity. And that's where you realize that, okay, if you're going to have people on your team and you're going to start preaching about the fact that you have an agency, you got to start living up to that. You got to start building out core values. You have to start building out philosophies, culture, etc. And that's when we realized that we had an agency.
So, Jason, that's really interesting. My trajectory has been sort of similar in that regard. I started out slinging websites in ones and twos, but then I started thinking about some of the other types of services that I could offer to my market. But it's not simply something that you can do as just one person, right? I mean, you need to start building a team and figuring out how to scale somehow. And that usually starts out with some kind of virtual assistant or project manager or even a skilled programmer at first. What has scaling up been like for you? Did you start with a partner? Did you do everything yourself? At what point did you realize that you need to start the process of scaling up and building the team to the agency model?
Yeah, so the first people we brought on were VAs because it was very affordable. So you bring skilled expertise from other countries that can help with certain delegations. So some of my tasks that I would be doing, I would just start delegating. And when you start learning more about business, you realize that you start having more and more tasks, and then you do need to delegate even more and more. So our first few people that we've had internally were VAs, and now most people that we bring in are US based, and it's very similar in which we're just delegating as much as we can as new things pop up. I'm learning more about business just about every single day, things that we didn't even think about uh, beforehand. So if I bring on a new task, I have to be able to delegate something else.
Okay, so does that mean that you're working with remote staff near shore? Do you have a brick and mortar office, or is everyone working remotely?
We are actually 100% remote. We're a 100% remote agency. So I'm in between New York City and San Diego most of the time, but we do have our brand present in New York City. It's where I grew up, born and raised New Yorker. Speak like a New Yorker, we're kind of tough. We try not to sugarcoat anything. So we do maintain our presence there, but our team is 100% remote.
So, as an agency owner, you need to watch over how you're putting together the building blocks of the service that you're delivering to clients. What steps or processes are you putting together to manage the various aspects of the service deliverability for your clients?
I think the biggest asset in that regard has been SOPs, creating these standard operating procedures. We use Notion to house our internal wiki, so to speak, which has everything under the sun. And then as a team member starts going for specific tasks, they start tracking how long it might take them to complete that specific task. So that allows for bandwidth allocation. So they can see how long it might be taking, or do they have more availability to take on a bit more? Are they overworked? Can they probably allocate or move some things away? So I think having set in stone SOPs for how things should operate and how to go about things also saves time for everyone all around, because you're following like a checklist, you're following an audit, you're following a video or a document that lays out exactly what needs to be done, as well as we encourage our team members to also improve our SOPs. So if they find a better way to do something, we're going to document that down, swap out the old one with something new. So that's been probably the biggest way we're able to allocate kind of our resources and our bandwidth.
So, you're not just an agency owner, but you also speak about building digital marketing agencies and SEO in particular as well. What is the biggest skill that you have learned while building your agency that has made a profound difference in the way that you are delivering service to your clients today?
Oh man, that's that's such a loaded question. There's a lot of things that I've learned. I think the biggest one, which I guess is a culmination of everything, is that you should never be complacent and you should never stop learning. Because while you think you may be at that right point in business or your agency, and you guys are doing very, very well, you're going to get hit with a brick so hard, it's going to knock you the hell out. I think the biggest thing has been to reframe my mind, at least, to always want to be networking with the right people who can help me grow as a person, as well as the agency, directly or indirectly. That's probably one thing that I can attribute. There's so many different things about that also, like business, customer service and customer experience, deliverables, even SEO skills. Each thing are stuff that we wish we could have done or improved upon years and years ago. But while we still continue to learn, while we still try to expand our knowledge and get better and be better every day, that's been kind of the culmination of just being better every day.
Wow, Jason, that's really cool. I'm sure that our listeners would like to learn more about you. Can you please let everyone know where you hide out and where they can find you to learn more about your company, Break the Web?
I hide out in Google search. Just Google break the web. Just Google Jason Berkowitz SEO. You'll find us. You'll find everywhere we are. We kind of course, practice what we preach, and we are number one for break the web. So we did go up against Wreck-It Ralph for a little bit. Wreck-It Ralph had a new movie that was Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Google was showing that on top for a short period of time. But we wrecked Ralph.
Jason, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to go over some of the skills that you have learned over the years in building your digital marketing agency. And I'm sure that some of these skills that we spoke about today will help a lot of people with their businesses as well. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Jeff. It was a pleasure.